Hello everybody, welcome back to SSBCrack exams. I'm Anuradha, and in this session I am here to give you the good news, which is about the notification for Military Nursing Service 2022. So the official notification for MNS 2022 is out today, and here we are going to discuss in this particular session what are the things you need to consider if you want to apply for this particular MNS, that is Military Nursing Service 2022. So for that, first of all, we will notice the things that are being mentioned in the notification already. The applications are invited from female candidates only who have registered and are appearing for NEET UG 2022. It has been made compulsory for the candidates who want to be in the military nursing services to have a NEET UG score. Now, you need to be appearing or who have registered for NEET UG 2022 if you want to appear for the MNS 2022 scheme, and it is for the admission to 4 years BSc Nursing course 2022 at Colleges of Nursing of Armed Forces Medical Services or AFMS. Now, on successful completion of the 4 years nursing training, the candidates will then be granted permanent or short service commission in the military nursing service under the terms and conditions laid down for grant of such commission. The registration for the online application for MNS 2022 is now open from 11th May 2022 and it will continue till 31st May 2022. So make sure that if you want to apply for this particular services, you are online filling up the application form by 31st May 2022. Now, there are certain mandatory instructions which are also being issued in the official notification of MNS 2022, and that is, first of all, you need to register and apply online at the official website of the Indian Army, which is www.joinindianarmy.nic.in. The next important thing to do is to qualify the NEET UG 2022, which is conducted by the National Testing Agency or NTA. Also, you should be ready to upload the NEET UG 2022 score when asked to do so. Now, if you all have these things in yourself, then obviously you are eligible to apply for this particular entry. Not only that, we will also know what is MNS all about. Those of you who do not have clear idea about it, basically MNS is Military Nursing Service and it's a part of the Indian Armed Forces Medical Services AFMS of the Indian Army. It's a 4-year BSc nursing course, and on the successful completion of which the candidates will be granted the permanent or short service commission in the military nursing service of the Indian Army. Now, we will also look into the number of vacancies which have been published by the notification of MNS 2022. These are tentative vacancies, and however they are subject to change with other organizational decisions, but this is confirmed for now. So for CON AFMC Pune, the affiliated university will be going for is Maharashtra University of Health Sciences or MUHS. The number of seats available for that is 40. For CONCHEC Kolkata, you have to go for West Bengal University of Health Sciences, which is WBUHS, and the number of seats available is 30. The next is CONINHS Aswini Mumbai. For that, the affiliated university is Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, which is MUHS, and the seats available are 40. For CONAH RNR New Delhi, this is affiliated to Delhi University DU, and the number of seats is 30. The next is CONCHCC Lucknow, which is the affiliated to the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Medical University, which is ABVMU, and the number of seats allocated is 40. And then comes the CONCHAF Bangalore, which is the affiliated to the university, which is Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, which is RGUHS, and the number of seats for that is 40. So in total, by MNS 2022 examination, about 220 vacancies are now targeted to be filled up. Now we will move on to the next set of this particular session, and before we move on, let me also tell you that in order to prepare for your MNS exam online course 2022 is available inside our app. So in order to prepare for your MNS 2022 exam, you need to get yourself enrolled into our course by downloading our app from the Google Play Store. Inside this course, you will find all the lectures and full-fledged study materials which have been provided for your study purpose. Not only that, there are quizzes, practice exercise sets, mock tests also available for your more practice. Not only that, we also have the SSB interview online course where you will also get to see different sections specifically on psychological tests and SSB personal interview, which is very important and which will come handy to you during your selection process for your MNS 2022 course. Now we will move on to the eligibility criteria, which is another important thing to consider before you start applying for MNS 2022. So we will first look into the age limits or the age limit criteria which has been declared by the official notification. The candidates should be born between 1st October 1997 and 30th September 2005, both days inclusive. That is, your date of birth should be between 1st October 1997 and 30th September 2005. Even if your date of birth is on both these dates, you are eligible to apply. The next important thing is that only female candidates who are unmarried, divorcee, legally separated or widow without encumbrances are eligible to apply for MNS 2022. You should also be a citizen of India, and regarding educational qualification, you should have passed in the first attempt senior secondary examination, that is 10+2 or equivalent examination, with physics, chemistry, biology. If it is not biology, if it is botany and zoology also, it is fine, and English where you have not got less than 50% aggregate marks as a regular student from a statutory or recognized board, university or examination body. So these are certain important criteria according to the educational qualification that you need to be very careful about. Not only that, if you are appearing for the final year of the qualifying examination during the current academic session, you may apply provisionally. Also, the most important thing to consider in MNS 2022 is the NEET UG 2022 score. So, you should be mandatorily qualifying the NEET UG 2022 examination to be conducted by the NTA, and only then you will be eligible to apply for this particular entry. The physical standards will be as per the medical fitness determined by as per the physical standards applicable for commission in the armed forces. So you can check out the physical standards which have already been mentioned in the official notification. Next comes the selection procedure, which is very important, and there has been a change from MNS 2022, that is from this year, and I want you to please note down the selection procedure in a much clearer way. First of all, according to the NEET UG score, shortlisting of the candidates will be done, and for that the registration numbers or reference number of the candidates who are shortlisted for screening at designated venue based on the NEET UG 2022 merit will be displayed in their official website, that is www.joinindianarmy.nic.in. The shortlisted candidates will be then called for TOGIGE, which is the CBT, that is computer based test, PAT, which is the psychological assessment test, interview and medical examination at designated venues. Now, verification of documents will then happen. So, after you get your shortlisted, once you get selected, you will be intimated by your registered email and your SMS, and then you will be called for a verification of documents. Here, you should have all the original documents which are listed in the admit card at the time of interview or verification. It is solely on your responsibility to produce all the original documents which have been asked from you. Once you have qualified this particular session of verification of documents, they will then go for the CBT, which is the computer based test, and here only general intelligence and general English will be tested. It will be in the form of the computer based test, that is online test, which will consist of 40 MCQ questions, and each question will carry 2 marks, where you have to sit for 40 questions consisting of total marks of 80. There will be a negative marking also, and for every incorrect answer you will lose 0.5 marks. Now, the total duration for the entire CBT test will be 30 minutes. Next, you will be called for psychological assessment test, and here it's a qualifying examination. Only the psychological aspects and your psychology will be assessed here. They will not be considered. The result of psychological assessment test will not be considered for preparing the final merit list. But it is a qualifying exam, so you have to qualify or pass this particular PAT or psychological assessment test. Next, you will be called for the personal interview, and the candidates will be interviewed by a board of officers at designated venue. Now, once you are done and once you have qualified this interview as well, you will be called for medical examination, where all shortlisted candidates will have to undergo the special medical board or SMB at a designated venue, and then you have to wait for your final merit list. Once you see your name in the final merit list, you will also get the joining letter. Now we will move on to the most important part of this session, which is the important dates you need to consider if you want to apply for MNS 2022. First of all, the notification is already out for this exam, and it was out in 11th May 2022, and the registration process is also started from this date itself. So make sure you are applying well before 31st May, which is the last date to submit the online application form for MNS 2022. Admit card will be issued 2 weeks before the exam, and the MNS 2022 exam date will be around around June 2022. So this is basically a tentative date. We will let you know the confirmed date once we get the date itself. So you will be sitting for the CBT, which is the TOGIGE test in June 2022, and the result will be declared somewhere around July or August 2022. Now the question may arise, and if you are checking your eligibility criteria and you're eligible for this particular entry, you can start your application, but the question may arise how to apply. So very interestingly, you have to register online through www.joinindianarmy.nic.in. Please make sure that you are a female candidate, because male candidates are not allowed for this entry. Also, you need to regularly check their official website, because the notification to upload the NEET UG 2022 score will be published on their official website as well. Therefore, candidates are requested to visit the official website regularly for any updates and upload the NEET UG 2022 scores when notified. So that was it for this particular session. I hope those interested to apply for MNS 2022 have already got all the important information, and you can start applying since the registration is open for the same. Also, let me tell you that we have given a 1 year full access for the SSB online course 2022. So if you have any SSB interviews lined up and you have lots of time constraints, you can obviously get yourself enrolled into this 1 year full access to the course that we have specifically designed for you, and that is available through our app. Here you will get all the content and all the materials, all the practice sets that we have provided to you for 1 full year. Not only that, you can also be a part of a live interactive SSB classes which take place every day and on monthly basis in the whole year itself. You will be able to practice and prepare for the SSB interview and also for your PAT, which is psychological assessment test, and the personal interview specifically for the MNS 2022 exam in a much more effective way. If you are preparing for any other defense written exam, please make sure to check out the range of courses that we have provided also inside our app. Last but not the least is not to forget, while getting yourself enrolled into any of this course, to use the code warrior10 to get an extra 10% off on any of them. So I hope that this session has been quite informative and helpful for you. I would also suggest you to start registering and applying for the MNS 2022 exam itself. Also, we are there with you always, and so start preparing for the SSB interview, that is your psychological assessment test and personal interview, which is a part of SSB itself, so that you can also come out with flying colors and get successful and also achieve your dreams as well. So I hope to see you with something more helpful and informative with the other SSB interview procedures as well as the defense written exam. Till then, stay tuned to SSB Crack exam and always stay positive and motivated. Jai Hind.